So we're here in Ocho Rios, Jamaica with my good friend Maji, who taught me yoga yesterday, and he looks like a man of a ton of wisdom, so I want to ask him some questions. So Maji, what is the biggest life lesson you've learned?
The biggest, well, give thanks for life again, because it's always good to come into the flow to let people know that life is wonderful and full of wonders. So one of the greatest things for me to come into life, as you're asking a question, is just to be ever present within the moment and to know that all life is beautiful, because we think all things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small. So that's my biggest acceptance and learning in life, how beautiful it is.
So you got a lot. Thank you. That was beautiful. So you've got people from all over the world that come to Jamaica, right? And they're stressed. And when they're home, they're stressed. They're anxious. They're yelling at their kids. They're kicking the dog, whatever it is. What do you tell someone that? What do you say to change that, to find inner peace?
Okay, what I would tell them to change that is just first, whatever you do to anyone, would you do it to yourself? You know, because self is the empowerment of life, to love other self, because what or whoever we see in front of us is a reflection of ourselves. So I would tell them that take a deep breath, of course, go into your memory bank and remember that it had to be for the manifestation. So take your test, work it out, but show love so that you can sit and remember how good you were, even in a moment of what you call it adversity, stress, or whatever. It's always good to learn to calm down, take a deep breath, and always say, would I love this to happen to me that I'm going to do to someone?
And what if the person doesn't have self-love? Because that's one of the important things of happiness, right? How can someone find inner self-love?
Well, first you have to learn to let go of things that would create the stress while you're not loving yourself. So sometimes people say it's a feeling. So all you have to do, the thought is always the power of life that moves it on. So if you're not feeling good, put a positive thought to feel good, even if it doesn't manifest at the moment immediately. But if you put the thought in, the frequency should start to work so that you will be able to just move into that flow. And if you think you still cannot get to that level, lock yourself in a room. So you won't say no one to rub it off on.
Okay, that's awesome. What do you think the number one key to happiness is?
Self-love, again.
Self-love.
And self-love is loving the Creator. Let us remember now, diversity is one of the greatest strengths in acceptance of life. So sometimes we might not love our life because we don't see the thing looking like. But if it has a presence and a power to be here because it was created, then let us just once again calm down, take a deep breath, and take that acceptance. If one prays a Creator, God or Goddess, always lift that consciousness of thought or question to that high vibration and take a moment to be still to receive the answer before one makes another move. And if one holds that conscious within themselves, I know that the inspiration, the instruction, and the direction will come in a very loving way because it was already there in our life. So it's not like it wasn't there. It's just how to reconnect with it.
Reconnection, that's it. We lose connection with our inner self, right?
Yes, you know. So it's good for people to look what life is teaching you, look what you are taught in life, and know how to ask to elevate your consciousness to a greater perfect love, that wherever one walks, you'll be attracting that same vibration. And even if it doesn't come, you have the love and forgiving spirit to transform it, even if you have to walk away. Surround it with light, the positive thought, word, silently or openly, and just revisit it, or it might come visiting you also to see how the transformation is working.
Yeah, it'll keep visiting to you until you get it right, right?
Well, it must, because life is forever, you know, there's no end to life.
Yeah.
So if people think there's an end to life, well, they are in for a greater joy because life will be there.
Yeah.
So you have to know, hold that joy and do something physical manifesting in the moment to make sure you're manifesting the joy, even small to be great or great to be small.
So, yeah, man. What do you got here?
Well, this now, in Jamaica, one of the things we always say about Jamaica, that Jamaica is a rock. And people call it even Jam Rock. And everything is up on the rock, even the waters is up on the rock. So this rock that I'm holding here people who know Jamaica on a map, when you look at this rock, you're looking at a map of Jamaica in rock, which was naturally formed. It came mystically, miraculously, and joyfully when I visited Ghana many years ago and was doing a little touring of the country, went to the highest waterfall, in the water having fun. My hand went down and it touched something solid, and I said, wow, this feels good. So when I put it above the surface and I looked at it, I said, wow, look at Jamaica, because I know what the map looked like. And then I was laughing to say, well, we are African oriented also too, and a lot of Jamaican people, when I went to Ghana, I had to be looking in their faces because I knew I left them in Jamaica, because everything was there, the resemblance, everything. So I said, wow, this has to be a great strength unto I to go to Ghana to find this beautiful replica of a rock in Jamaica and to bring it back into Jamaica to give me an empowerment that when we were saying Jam Rock and I am under the rock and the rock and the rock, and people come to Jam Rock for great joy like yourself for vacation, this speaks for itself because this is a rock looking like Jamaica. So I love the world to look at this rock and know that yes, I am Maji and I'm here in Jamaica. I'm a wonderful yoga instructor. People tell me so too, so I guess my cup is overflowing. And
yeah,
also, I'm into music. So I have a site that I've set up. I'm getting it more into social media called www.yoga-jamaica.com. When people go on that site, they can see my reggae music. They can hear me chanting on what is called Nyabingi, which is the root for the reggae. And if they go on YouTube, they will see a video called Foods of Jalan by Maji from my album, and that will give people who haven't been to Jamaica the great joy to come, because they've seen the beautiful food, the greenery, the dancing, the vintage music, and coming from someone who does yoga. So we are here once again, blessed at this moment to be spreading this joy, and invite anyone to come along or make a connection to that www. And let us really know that this is no mistake, no coincidence. This is ordained and appointed that we're here spreading the joy from Jamaica to all of the world, and especially people who come to Grand Leader San Souci. The ones who repeat it, they know that they have found a wonderful home. Those who just come know that they are at home. So it's a great, great gathering to come in and give thanks again for the precious moment of life and this great joy of you coming here, your beautiful wife, and giving me this great, great strength to know that you are divinely sent, so you're angels along the way.
You hear that? We're all angels. I've been coming here for 30 years and I just learned a new term this week.
Yeah?
Wagwan.
Wadu?
Wagwan.
Okay, Wagwan.
Wagwan.
Yes, so when one say Wagwan, they want to know how is the present moment manifesting with you. So you must know what is going on at Wagwan, which is the African tongue to the English language. So it gives you a flavor to know that, wow, look how diverse life is. Languages speak, but if you know the meaning of the language, it's one and the same to what the definition is within the word, because word sound is power.
Awesome. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you very much.
One love.
Namaste.
Namaste.
And that's so good. Well.